How is the housing market in Winterville, North Carolina in months of March 2024?
So we do these we're real estate agents. We look at the data every single month, and we share this data with you on our website, on our YouTube, because we want you to know what's happening in our market. Because what's happening in the national news is one thing, and I have no say or no control in many, many things. But I do want to know data and what is happening in my own market. So that is why we share this information with you. If you're a home buyer, this matters, because if you're a home seller, this matters. If you're an investor, all of these numbers really matter to you. So you really want to make sure that you understand the data so you can actually make the most informed decision for your life.
Exactly. Saying that, we're going to deep dive into all this data and statistic and give you some recommendation and suggestion. And we're going to start with the inventory. And part of the inventory is the homes that is active on the market. And active homes in the market in the month of February just finished was 69 homes. And the last month before that was January 2024 was 77. And last year at this time was 68. Therefore, we had 1.5% of increase from last year to this year.
One house. What is percentage? One house. Pending, which are active homes under contract. So typically, if you're using a loan, it takes 30 days. If you're buying new construction, it might take a little longer. But either way, these are houses that are under contract to be bought. And so for the month of February, it was 37. The month of January, it was 34. So you can see it was a slight increase. And last year at this time, it was 42. So it's actually decreased from last month, 11.9%.
Exactly. And now the sold homes. The sold home in the market was 2022 homes in the month of February just finished, and it was 24 homes in month of January 2024, and was 34 homes in last year at this time, which brings us to a decrease of 35.3%.
Now, we're going to talk about the inventory rate next. Now, you have to look at math. And the reason we look at these numbers is to understand, is it a buyer's market? Is it a seller's market? If it's under 6, it's typically considered a seller's market. Over 6, it's a buyer's market. Exactly. So we look at the numbers. So it's active plus pending divided by sold. So just to give you math, we're talking 69 plus 37 divided by 32. And this gives us 4.82. So 4.82 tells us it's still a seller's market. It's getting closer to a buyer's market, but it is a seller's market.
In January 2024, this number was 4.63. Therefore, definitely inventory increase from last month to this month. Last year at this time, we were 3.24, which we were talking about 48.9% increase of inventory from last year to this year.
Now, let's do our introduction. Let's hit it. Hi, it's Alan Victoria. Welcome to our channel and podcast.
And if this is your first time in our podcast and YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and get notified.
Also, you call text all the time, 252-327-3357. We love talking to you. Don't be shy. Also, grab our buyer's guide and seller's guide in the description below. Yes, we have so much more information. I almost said, let's do days on market, but I was like, no, we should do our introductions. Now that we're back, hi, let's do days on the market now. So days on the market is how long houses have been sitting on here. And here's an interesting statistic about Winterville and why it's different than Greenville. Average days on the market in February was what?
Average days was 25, and the month of the January was 53, and the months last year at this time was 41, which brings us to 39% decrease.
Which means houses are actually moving faster in Winterville than in Greenville. So it's just something to keep in mind. Now, let's talk about list price. Now, I want median list price. Median list price and median sale price are not the same number. So we are not talking about it at the same house. We're not talking about 123 Main Street was listed for this one number and then sold for this other number. It's not the same house. What we do is we look at a spreadsheet and you find the middle number on the spreadsheet. This middle number is going to give us data. Exactly. And so we look at this middle number every single day. So that is what we're trying to figure out here. So with this one, month of February, what was it?
The month of February just
price.
Finished was $384,750 for the lease price. Month of January was $359,900, and last year at this time was $359,902.
Interesting.
Which brings us to increase of 6.9% in the market of Winterville, North Carolina.
Now, for median sales price, now this is again not the same house. What my husband's probably listing is new construction. We're going to talk about if I'm right in a few minutes. But for median sales price, it was $269,000. The month before that was $297,500. The month before that was last year at this time. Sorry, last February was $294,150, which is actually a decrease in sales price of 8.55%.
Which is interesting because the list price actually increased and the sell price decreased. Now, if you're asking me, Al and Victoria, what you're thinking of the price per square feet is right now in Winterville, North Carolina, therefore, based on the numbers, again, the median price per square feet, we're going to break it down to more digestible number. And in Winterville, really we had all single family home brand new, no? Mm-hmm. Therefore, for all type of homes that include Winterville of a single family home, condo, and townhouse, which is single family home, was $178 per square feet.
True. And there are townhomes coming that are new, so that'll change these numbers very soon. But for now, previously owned, just so we're talking, townhomes, condos, and single family homes, that number was $157 a square foot. However, if we take out the townhomes, there are really no condos, and we just look at single family homes, we're talking $160 a square foot.
Exactly.
So you can see these numbers are actually also higher than in Greenville.
Exactly. Now, if you wanted to go more in detail and see how is the inventory and monthly supply is, based on the numbers and the statistic that is available, it was 3 months of brand new construction supply for all brand new construction, which at this time of this video is just a single family home, but the next month is going to be different.
So either way, the supply information is that there was 3 months of supply.
Yeah.
And the month before that was 3.5 months of supply.
Exactly.
So actually, new construction went down month over month because there's less new construction went under contract. Whereas previously owned, what are those numbers?
That was 1.3 months in month of February, and month of January 2024 was 1 month. Therefore, we definitely decreased 30%. Increased 30%, which. And now, what is important, you're asking me, Al and Victoria, what is the home value is really in Winterville, North Carolina? Oh, yeah. And the mean home value, what is the mean is here?
Mean is going to be a weighted average. So it's math where we take out the shacks and we take out the $1 million homes, and we try to get that middle data, just give you some information with that.
Exactly. Therefore, in month of February, just finished the data, we had $272,730 for the mean home value in Winterville, North Carolina. And in the months before that was $272,183. And last year at this time was $260,98. Therefore, how much of appreciation we have?
So we're looking at 5.1% appreciation for year over year. So that's what your home was worth last year. It's typically going to be 5.1% more than what it was last year this time.
Now, if you focus on the rental market, rental market in Winterville, North Carolina still is warm. And we were talking about median rent for all bedrooms, $1,500. But when we say, again, is the median, but we had the home in Winterville up to $3,500 rent per month.
Now, that's interesting to me because also, if you're paying median rent of $1,500 a month, it is really time to be thinking as a home buyer to really kind of stop renting and start buying. Exactly. Because you want to... Every time you pay your rent, you're paying someone else's mortgage and someone else's life, so they're getting rent. Instead, you can make yourself have a place that you can live in until you retire, and then you have something of your own that is always going to be yours because you paid for it. So I will say, if you're paying $1,500 a month, it is time to be really looking to buy. Doesn't matter what interest rates are. If you're close to what you can afford to buy, then it's time to get into something that is completely yours, that will be yours for a long time. So I would highly recommend buying a home. What about home sellers? Exactly.
For the home sellers, it's still based on the data. We said that we had 4.82 months of the inventory rate in the Winterville, North Carolina. And still we are technically in the seller's market below the threshold of the 6 months. And also I wanted to mention that pre-owned home, we just have 1.3 months of supply. Is correct that from the previous months was 1 month is a little bit more, but still we have more demand in the market than just 1.3 months of supply, meaning that you still can get the top dollar for your home. You need to connect with us, Alan Victoria, Pinder real estate agent in the area, to make sure we run the number that comes for you and make sure that you price it correctly. And also, beside of that, we need to make sure all unfinished project, decluttering that need to be done for those beautiful pictures that is part of the marketing strategy for your home is also in place, that you can get the top dollar for your home.
So please don't forget to call us at Alan Victoria. That's our number. Also, watch this video if you want to get some more information.
Exactly.